community from shit that isn't okay. And you know, it gives my mods time to come in and assess if they're even awake, if something's okay or not, or gives me time to get back to a menu to look at it and see if that's okay or not. If it's not, and the thing is, you got to remember, if it's not, I have to hit deny and not allow the entire conversation, because it's not that one person saying something, it's the word itself that's going to be used somewhere else. Like, I remember the koala guy wanted me to allow chlamydia to be a term that gets like through auto thing, and also other sexual based terms and stuff. And I'm like, I'm not allowing that, because like all it's going to take is some cunt coming in the future that's got a hatred for me or hatred towards women or something, that's going to come in and basically just throw down all these like really nasty fucking comments, and AutoMod will have been trained to allow those to go through, and that will also be for my community. So anybody that's there at that time will be subjected to whatever kind of conversation that is. And I'm not allowing that. Like, it's not something that I want people to have to fucking deal with. So, yeah, sometimes I have to say no for the context of it. Like, sometimes I've had like a completely benign conversation and I have to deny whatever the thing is that auto mods come up with, because that word, if I hit allow, then what will basically happen is that anytime anybody ever uses that in the future, whether it's benign or actually really hateful, it will go through. So sometimes I have to say no to these things. And the thing is, like, you guys as a community have no fucking idea about that. So you're like, oh, I can't say this, or I'm not allowed to say this whole sentence. I'm like, what you're saying is fine. Just use a different word so that it will just go through, because I can't allow that one thing. So yeah, like Pinky's just tried it now. His comment that you guys cannot currently see says, or a dumbass like me who has unreasonable fascination with lewd jokes. I can't allow that. Like, it's a fine sentence that's perfectly okay, but because there's a few things in there that's going to be a problem for AutoMod later, I have to hit deny so that I can train AutoMod to be better. For when that is actually a sentence that somebody comes in and they're like, oh, you know, you're looking like, I don't know, tits and ass today or something like that, you know?
Jeez.
Imagine that. It's like, hi, your tits and ass today. I actually feel like that's something an Australian would say. Yeah, actually in IRL. Welcome back, Snipe. How you doing? What's it? People don't understand mods people too. I still don't get the joke. Look, Mathless, I don't think it was a joke. I think that's the point. It was never a joke. I think that's the entire thing. So I say it's fair that a streamer has control over channel. It's a freedom to ban anyone. However, it is nice to know what you've been banned for. You did. So the thing is, like I said, like, I will give most people like a pretty fair run. Like, not so much like let them get away with a whole heap of like shit if they're being like genuinely disrespectful or something, but like, I'll give many opportunities to change and improve. And like, if somebody wants to be here, they'll kind of like, over time, kind of like, I guess, fix up whatever it is to stay here kind of thing, if that makes sense. It probably does. I don't know. It's crazy. It's Twitch knows it's global, but acts like it doesn't know. It's bullcrap. To a degree. Welcome in, Kilon. What are you up to? What happened here? Well, I'm playing Age of Empires. My Twitch studio is currently glitching, so I can't see the top half of my screen above here. Like, I literally can't see all of this section at all. Whenever something's redeemed or chats happen, I can't see stuff, so there's a fair chance that I'm probably going to be either fixing that or rebuilding my Twitch studio after stream tonight. We're getting into like random old 90s conversation nostalgia, and then we're kind of explaining a bit about like how Twitch auto mods and kind of like my general like leniency levels and bans of spoilers and stuff like that, all sorts of stuff. Like, we're getting into some deep shit, essentially. Let me see. I missed something back there, Mirthless. Hold up. But stay where you are. Jesus, just stay there for a second. Let's see. That's why I was always mentioning koalas. It's not nice. I was just assuming it's some inside joke. No, that's actually a great point though, Mirthless. Also, was that curling is boring to watch? Let me just catch up and I'll come back to that. I like watching curling, Snipe. Curling's awesome. Curling's fun. That's what happened here. I see. The new penalty for all these things, a cheese slap. Well, you can cheese slap everybody you want if you want, Snipe. You can literally go through and like name everybody and cheese slap them if you really, really want to. You could do that in any stream. Just, you know, just understand that could be ramifications in other people's streams if you do that. Like if you actually do sit there and try to do that. But yeah, aside from that, I don't know. See, that's the thing. It's like, that's exactly it, Pinky. That's a great fucking example. Also, don't say that again. Twitch auto mod will protect me from something like, what do you call it? Lamau. But it will allow that whole sentence to come through that you just said. And it's like, what the shit? So this is why I said, like, you have to kind of like train it a bit. And it kind of works differently for everybody's stream. So just because like one thing will ban in mine automatically and I won't even see it, it won't come through for me. Other times like that, it's fine with that. Also, try not to say stuff like that because as much as I am sus, some people are at work. And I can just imagine if somebody like looked over and they're like, what the fuck are you watching? I also haven't been able to upgrade because, oh, there we go, finally. I haven't been able to see how much resources I have, so I haven't known. So far behind, it's such a handicap tonight. May the lore and fun rise. Yeah, so Methless, regarding like the jokes and stuff like that, so sometimes people will like make things kind of fun and light in a sense, but they're actually like, what do you call it? Trying to pester and trying to like test the limits and stuff like that of somebody's patience and whatever. And the thing is, I think the thing is because I've got like that fucking like 80s, 90s level patience where like for starters, not a lot of shit bothers me. And the few things that do bother me, I just don't tolerate them. So it's like, it's automatic ban and get the fuck out kind of thing. Like there's, I don't know, like that one went for ages, and all I know is that particular person, they went from different fascinations. They went from like wanting my character to have a witch's hat, even though I said that my character's design is like, she's from my stories and stuff like that. So whatever is chronological in the stories will apply to her, but there's no real input for stuff. And then other times, like, they got fascinated with like a particular sandwich that I thought was unusual. I thought it was just unusual. I'm like, that's fine if you like it. It's just, holy shit, I'd never eat that. And so they went on like a thing with that for a while, and then they moved on to the next thing, which was koalas, and kind of focused on that for a while. And so I kind of figured that they'd get bored of it eventually and move on. But that one they really stuck with, and I just was like, okay, well, I get it. Everybody has, you know how you get like different fascinations, like depending on if you've got like, I don't know, I don't think it's like ADHD. I know that there's a couple of like, what do you call it, like mental things or whatever, where you get like the hyper focused on certain tasks, like for instance, a fascination into, say, I don't know, disassembling technology, for instance. Like that's one. Yeah, I don't know. Like I just figured it was like that. So I'm like, okay, well, obviously they probably got one of these situations where that's a thing that happens. They get focused on it. And I'm like, that's fine. It's just that like after repeatedly asking them to not go into like all the depths of how much like STDs these specific animals happen to have, yeah, I started just what do you call it, updating my band list and stuff with certain key phrases to make it harder to have the same conversation every single day. By the way, it was 4 months. Every single day for 4 months, same conversation. And essentially, it was the only way they really fucked up after all of that was disrespecting Atlantis. That was it. That was all it essentially took. Don't fuck with my admins. Don't fuck with my mods. Like they're going out of their way to be there for me, you know. So at least be like respectful towards them. Also, Acrylic has 2 sentient minds in one. It's busy playing, the other is trying to explain rules. This is to let everyone have fun. Pretty much. Thank you. That's a very nice way of saying that, Snipe. But yeah, I don't know. This is essentially whatever is in my brain comes out when I'm streaming. So whatever I'm thinking, whatever I'm saying is essentially unfiltered, constantly just coming out. So if you guys ever wonder, the constant chatter, it's just whatever is the thought process going on in my head. So if you guys ask a question, I might go off on a weird tangent or like explain something. Mind you guys are fully welcome to ask me fucking just about anything. It's like you want questions about streaming, you want questions about game, about me, about my community, whatever. Go for it. I'll fucking see if I can answer shit. Like, I don't know. I'll talk. I'll think things. Things will be said. Yeah, let's see. What did that get pulled for? Yeah, see, the funniest thing is, okay, Tool is a hilarious one that gets pulled up by Automod all the time. So Pinky just tried another one and he got pulled up on Tool. However, Tool can be used both conversationally as like, oh, what tools are you using, or what like tool age are you in? Perfectly fine. And then alternatively, somebody come in and be like, man, you're such a tool. And it's like, thanks. I know, but like, you shouldn't say that. And so Automod would be like, yeah, that one's not okay. What is Bootstrap Paradox? I don't fucking know. I feel like Bootstrap's like a processing or booting thing. I feel like that's what do you call it? It's not DOS. It's like when the main board is doing something, I think. I don't know. I feel like I know, but I feel like I don't know. Not questions like that, Snipe. That's not what I meant. It's not the Valentine's Day Q&A. I meant like conversationally relevant games, stuff like that, you know. I want to make these bastards. I want to make them soon because, I mean, I keep getting attacked by shit. I also haven't spread out. I've got allies this time, though. Maybe. Oh, no. What are you doing, Cap'n? You still absolutely snug in your holographic lanky. That looks awesome, by the way. Let's see. It's not holy cow so much. It's making sense now. Yeah, I think that's the thing, though. I think the thing is, if you've been around through the whole process, you would have seen a lot of this stuff. And, like, I can... well, fuck. My screen went away. I can't see down to here. Holy shit, Gilon. Alright, I'll definitely get to that in a sec. Just give me a sec. I lost half my screen then. That was great. Oh, I noticed that if I look over at my other screen, when you guys make a comment and half my screen goes, take a look at the depth in which the actual chat thing is. And then, like, you'll see how much of the screen I can actually see at a time based on where it's sitting. That's hilarious. I hadn't noticed that yet. Oh, man. Yeah, I think the thing is, if you've been around for long enough, you would have seen, like, a lot of these things, like, develop over time. And I think we had this conversation a bit in PUBG the other week. Somebody said that my reactions and stuff like that, like my natural responses and stuff to things, are pretty well developed for this kind of stuff. So, I don't know. I tend to find that whatever my immediate... response to certain situations are, whether they're positive or negative, I guess they're like well tuned for the internet, maybe. I'm guessing this is a map one. Where are we? Yeah, it's a boat one. I didn't even realize. You bring him back and we'll make a dock. Where's the guy? All right, let me catch up. All right, so hold up. Let me get that to sit there for a second. So my ADHD has stopped listening 15 minutes ago. Yeah, that's fair. I also expect that too, Snipe. All right, let me catch up on Keelan's message. So I recently seen a person come to chat, one streamer I know for a long time, walk the terms and conditions, also terms of service border, test streamer patience, try to provoke the streamer in chat, or the lion's eating me, that's fine. Was it the situation was handled amazingly until the person crossed both borders, so the message had to be deleted and they were nicely asked to say what they said. At that point, the person started accusing the streamer and chat of hating on people from the groups the person was using as an example, so that person had to be removed. And then they led a hate raid that was completely intercepted by the Siri bot. That was hilarious. So, well, text, I've tried to condense so much. I really did. You did condense it a lot. No, that's okay though. It's perfectly fine. It's just that because my Twitch studio is playing up tonight, every time a chat or redeem or anything comes up, like I can't see half my screen. It's just Twitch studio. It's not you. It's interesting because it's making the game really challenging for me. But yeah, there are definitely also people like that as well that kind of want to go out of their way to prove the person has to be on some level a piece of shit deep down. So they'll come in with a deep-seated hatred or whatever and absolutely go to town trying to provoke. And that happens. I actually get that a lot in my YouTube comments on like videos once they go to YouTube later. I get people come in and it's kind of on YouTube, it's really obvious. And I can only just like, I can do whatever the fuck I want with like YouTube comments. So I have a lot of power there. So it doesn't bother me. I just, generally don't respond. And of course, if you don't respond, well, the person never had power of you in the first place. So, whatever. But of course, when you're live and you have somebody come in, how you react to it, like it can, for starters, it can ruin your whole damn fucking night because or general vibe of the channel. Like the biggest thing is like a lot of the time I'm just sitting here vibing with you guys, just like playing a game, having a great conversation, enjoying the time I've got with yous. And somebody comes in and ruins that. And I know most of you guys are just like chilling out and relaxing and stuff. So I hate that. Like, not that they necessarily do it, but the fact that they fuck over everybody else's time. Like, I can deal with it. It's whatever. It's part of doing this as far as I see it. But yeah, I don't know. The other thing too is when you've got something like that on the fly, it can be interesting because sometimes you can be like, you could be in the thick of like a battle, right? Like, when I'm in like PUBG or something, I might be in the thick of a fight and somebody's saying something and I'm not keeping up with chat as easily or something like that. And then I come back and I see this like wall of like horrible shit that somebody said. And I'm like, well, I have to either ban this person or delete their messages or whatever it is, But the thing is, for a few minutes there, chat has been subjected to that crap. And I don't enjoy that because that person's taking out whatever hatred they might have. Like, it could be completely unrelated to me or stream. It could be something that's actually going on, like, to them, their family, their co-workers, their pets, whatever, and they've come in a bad mood and just been like, you're my target. I'm sitting here constructing a good message to prove an argument, and this just dumps half a wiki page. Yeah, that's normal, though. Like, that does happen. Don't you worry about it, Keelan. I give you little head pats for that. Just even like saying a conversation like that sometimes, like starting it can be hard. So yeah, that's fine. I don't mind walls of text. It just takes me a little bit sometimes to catch up. I actually need scout shits more than I need a boat. Hold on, let's get rid of that. Make that. Eventually, when I get enough, if somebody lets me know if I can get 1,000 food, I'll do that. I don't know if I've got enough gold though. I'm mining it. There's that joke's on you. Slimes is a power degeneracy. Does it get licked? Lol. Monkey indeed. That is a great response to that whole sentence. Yeah, what's that power up? This cheese slapped for the transgressions. That's another thing too. Is it's really unfortunate. Sometimes people come in with specific things. So far, I've had a couple early in streaming where I've had some people come in and they've been either hypersexualized with me, which is why we have so many like sexual filter things, or like don't be 18 plus, like be over 18 but don't not content 18 plus, stuff like that. For the most part, I've had people that have initially been really supportive about me starting streaming and have been really really great about it until I actually started kind of doing well for myself. And then like obviously I got to see what they really thought of me very quickly, because they did not think very well of me, in fact. But you know what? You learn that. You learn that when you start doing stuff. I got a ship then. What's that? Purple hair? I will. Hold on. Let me get over to purple. This would be purple and minty. So there we go. And yeah, I've also had, at least on YouTube videos, I've had a lot of people hate the fact that, well, or speculate that I have to be a man because there's no way I'd play the games that I play the way that I played them as a woman. And then, of course, I get a lot about people saying that I'm using a voice changer, and yet 90% of the time my voice is dying in a fire from being overused while talking, because like I just generally don't talk. Like I get all sorts of stuff. I don't generally bring it up. I don't really see much point in like talking about a lot of stuff, because usually, I don't know, it normally just, as far as I'm concerned, it gives people not so much like ammunition or whatever, but it gives them a direction to take their hate in, if you guys get that. Is it for your information? That's me after being taught to avoid walls attacks. Yeah, no, I thought you did pretty well. Instead of like doing like, you know, like a cut and paste when you've done too much information, I do that. I haven't gotten better. So when I was new to Twitch, I was hitting character limit all the time. So I'm a fast typer too. So it really doesn't help. It doesn't help that I can pump out a conversation generally faster than most people can like keep up with it. I should stop making archers now, considering I've got like, we're landlocked. Do I have more of them getting made? Where are they getting made? There? You, stop making them. Oh, it's nearly done too. Maybe I can research. Eventually I'll get to the Bronze Age, okay? Wait, 2 Bronze Age buildings. Is that all I'm waiting on? Hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up. Give me a siege thing. And what's it? People think you're a dude, what the fuck? Yeah. No, I get, this is one of the things where I was saying, like, I don't get it too much on Twitch when I'm live, but I get a lot of it on my videos once I've like edited them and put them up onto YouTube. And a lot of people, like, the very, very first things they ever say to me is, like, I don't know, sack measurements and, you know, like all sorts of stuff. I was trying to be funny with that one, but it's not that far off. Yeah, I get like a fair bit of things where people assume that I've got to be a guy because of the games that I like to play, or the games that I do play, how I play them, how I talk about them. I'm sorry, Keelan, I forgot that you're pure-minded. That was probably too much. I've destroyed Keelan for life. You'll never get that purity back, I'm sorry. I throw down a temple or something. Is that mental health bar is a suggestion, not a priority. What sanity is overrated? Look, you do the best you can do with what you're dealing with. That's all I'll say. And if you can, if you have the means to, and you know you're able to, reach out to like any kind of help, or even friends or family if you've got somebody good in there for it. Because it's, yeah, just take care of yourselves. We already had this conversation on Friday. Anybody missed it? At least the last hour of PUBG is like deep, dark topics of mental health. So if you missed it, go catch up on your mental health chat. That's it. What else is there? A sleep schedule is a concept, not a rule. It is actually. You are correct with that. Just to be clear, like, not everybody sleeps at the same time, and not everybody should sleep at the same time. Like, there's, I don't know how and when it got integrated into society, but it doesn't work perfectly for everybody. Like, I'm naturally awake at night. If I wasn't naturally awake at night, none of you guys, I would not know yous. Like, just think of that for a moment. If it wasn't for the fact that I am awake at night, like, I wouldn't have met any of yous, because I used to stream at 10 a.m. in the morning until 2 to try to fix my sleep schedule back before I saw a sleep specialist. And there's only a couple of people from that time frame that have come to night, because it's basically 12 hours later. So it's either, instead of seeing me when they're going to bed, they see me when they're getting up instead, which is very nice, but I don't expect anybody to like follow change of times and stuff. But this works perfectly fine for me. And honestly, if I didn't have this particular time of night,
Fatality.
then yeah, I wouldn't know half of yours. Snipe! That fucking gopher is judging the fuck out of you, man. Everybody knows what you just did. Jesus. That gopher is judging the fuck out of you. Where am I? Am I attacking up here? That's fine. I accidentally made war galleys. I think they attack, maybe. I don't know. I still don't fancy the wings. Too bad. Too bad, Snipe. My character has got wings, cat ears, and tail. I just haven't got the outfit and stuff like set up on her. So yeah, I don't have that as an alternative. Also, I did notice with your PNG tuber, it kind of like jumps around when you blink, or sometimes when you talk. If you want help like getting it to not jump around, let me know. It's not too hard to fix, but it just depends how many of those images you've got between like your different like war hats and stuff. So I found any competitive community, usually PvP or ranked in any way, will contain considerably more toxic personalities and conversations. Yes, I agree with that too. So, like, I have noticed when I watch a couple of friends play Valorant, it is just infuriatingly disgusting watching the kind of conversations that flow. Hey, wait, where is that? Not so much what's being said, but just like the toxicness of like, I don't know, we can get off land. Just the toxicness of like when like you say don't win a game, or you know, die or something like that. Like just the griefing is really gross. Like that was one part about Warzone I didn't like. And kind of when I took a break from playing Warzone, I did not miss that, because it was just like you die and somebody just like immediately just like rips on either how you're playing, or you know what you're doing, your gear, whatever, and you're literally just there to fucking chill and play a game. Maybe complete something, maybe kill another person in game, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I think that's another thing too, is why like I like the fact that I've got like mostly a pretty laid back kind of chilled community. I understand like half of yous are like on the verge of falling asleep, some of yous at work, some of you just woke up, some of yous having lunch. Like you're all over the place, but it's still fine. I might need to bring them back actually. Fuck it. You guys can go survive on your own. Let me get these guys. They got into my base. I feel like you are specifically trying to like enhance my auto mod, Pinky. I really do. Like in some cases, let me be clear, sometimes this stuff shows up for me. A lot of the time it doesn't. So sometimes you guys will say stuff and you'll be like, oh, my comment won't go through. And I'm like, look, I didn't even know you made a comment. AutoMod hasn't told me anything. This is one I saw, because it's like I often allow like anything related to boobs to come through, because honestly, boobs. But yeah, looks like I gotta go on the ice in 30 minutes. See you next time. Jesus, stay safe, Snipe. You're probably already gone, but fucking stay safe. Like, Snipe comes back next week, and is, I don't know, got like I don't want to wish him to like get harmed or anything, but it's like broken leg or something like that. The gopher can fuck itself. No, no, that gopher will judge you the entire time. It will judge you. That's it.